I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about I'm scared my ex moved on. Well, if you're going through a breakup, one of the scariest parts about that is fearing that your ex has moved on. Whether it's they've just moved on because they want nothing to do with you anymore, or maybe they moved on to another person. It is absolutely terrifying because, let's be honest, it's a realistic fear. Depending upon your situation, and believe me, every relationship is so different. There's so many different things, length of time, how intense the relationship was, people's attachment styles, if someone's had an attachment trauma, all of those things have a massive impact on the situation. And understanding it is really, really the best way to deal with it. And when you're going through it, it's so scary, and I remember that. I just would obsess over every little thing, and a lot of it, while I was going through it, was the wrong thing, and not having a general idea of what happens during a breakup, why the relationship ended. That can be really confusing, and what your chances are of re-attracting them into your life again. So there are so many different aspects and avenues of a breakup. It can be extremely overwhelming and confusing, and I know it's not easy. So today I'm going to be looking at, the fear and dealing with that anxiety of your ex moving on from your relationship or from you in their life. And, I understand that cutting off contact with them is absolutely the last thing you want to do. On a biological level, you are wired to connect to that person, to keep yourself safe. That is what we do as human beings, is that connection that we experience. We're desperate to keep it. And when we feel that disconnect, it creates tremendous amounts of separation anxiety, and then our body releases chemicals in it that makes us feel worse. So you have to understand that there are biological components to a breakup where your brain is releasing cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and there is a decrease in the chemicals that make us feel good, like oxytocin and serotonin. And so all of these different components going on within us, it's easy to feel like you're dying and you're scared as hell, and I completely understand. So educating yourself is a big part of learning what's going on and how to correct it. That's what I'm always trying to do, guys, is try and educate you and teach you things that you probably have never heard before, especially with, attachment styles and trauma. I've got 3 emails today, and one of them is a success story. So we'll start with that. So the success story is a guy that I did, I believe, 2, maybe 3 Skypes with. And listen to how things turned around for him, because he absolutely thought things were hopeless. He says, "Hi Craig, long time no talk. Not sure if you remember me or not. However, I left some of our previous conversations below. Also, somewhere in there is previous Skype session details. Anyway, long story short, we have a success story." I love to hear these, guys, so make sure when you get yours, you email me, because I really do love to see you guys turn things around. "After my last session with you, things with my ex and I continued to go down a bit of a slippery slope. As much as I don't want to admit, I still found it hard to let go. However, little did I know, she was also finding it difficult. She continued to get ultimatums from her new partner, who did not want her speaking or seeing me. So the new partner really caused his own demise. And that's one of the things that I understand and that I look at when you tell me your situations in a Skype, what the new partner is doing, if you know, that I can assess how they're probably going to handle their new relationship with your ex. I found this difficult because it was creating a push-pull between my ex and I. So, I did what you suggested all along, and that was to do my best to completely cut ties and walk away. Even at training, when we were both there, I did my best to avoid and make minimal conversation. She continued to try and reach out. Alright. A few weeks ago, she broke things off with her new boyfriend and said she wished she had done things sooner, but was scared because she didn't know how I felt. See, this is the stuff that I see that happens behind the scenes all the time. She decided it wasn't right to stay where she didn't love. She has started going to counseling to work on herself as she wants to be stable and a better person. And she said she would love to give things another go with me after she continues to work on herself and gets to the stage where I can see and she can prove she is worth it. She has gone to Australia for a week to spend time with her mom. When she returns, she's going to sort out new accommodation and find a new job so she can get away from her old toxic environments and continue to work on herself and continue her weekly counseling sessions. So good for her. She's recognized she's got some real issues and she's going to get help. And that is what I always encourage you guys to do. You have to understand, your entire life, you have had things go on and play out unconsciously in your mind. And this has been going on since you were an infant. As early as the earliest transaction with your mom and your dad. In other words, as soon as your first interaction with your caregivers, there are patterns that play out. And you've been doing them for so long, you don't even see it, you don't even understand it. And that's why when you start to hear things like attachment styles, your mind is just like, wait, what? I've been doing this my whole life. I didn't even realize it. Even when I learned about this stuff, I was just blown away about the patterns I was doing in my life and how I needed to correct them and internalize it in a way so I could change it and be more attractive to the people that I dated and in my relationships and in my friendships. Because you'll find that you start to do things to manipulate people in a way you didn't even realize. Small little things come out. Maybe if you're angry at a friend, it causes you to try and punish them if they didn't do what you wanted, if they didn't go to a plan or an event that you had together and you get angry at them and you lash out. You'll start to realize these patterns the more you understand the stuff that I teach. It's going to help all your relationships. And that's what I'm trying to do, is not just help you get an ex back, but change your entire life. Change the way you relate to friends, parents, your own kids. It's unbelievable. Because you'll understand them better too, and how to be a better friend to them or parent to your child when you start to see the patterns play out too. Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update and thank you for your advice. It does indeed work. I admit, at times, I did not think it would happen, but you were right all along. All it took was time and patience. And hard work. Thanks for everything. So awesome. I'm so glad. I do remember who that guy is. And I'm really happy for him because he was really in love with this girl. And it's so awesome to see things turn around. I have 2 more emails for you guys today. I think you guys are going to appreciate these other ones too. The second email is from a woman in her mid-20s. He says, "Hi Coach, I'm a huge fan of your channel. Unfortunately, I feel like I found your videos too late. I'm embarrassed to say, but I was watching these 2 other coaches before I came to yours. I was with my boyfriend for 3 years. We broke up 2 months ago after we had a huge argument where I was jealous over one of his female friends. My ex has been friends with this girl since high school and they never dated. Okay? So that tells me you're really insecure, because if he dated this girl in high school, or I'm sorry, he's been friends with this girl since high school and they never dated, and you're in your mid-20s, that's probably like 7, 8 years he's been friends with this girl and nothing's happened. So what were you jealous about? Let's see. But I was always jealous of her and hated her. She never did anything bad to me, never spoke bad of me, and never got in the middle of my relationship. But she's really pretty and nice, and I know she's got a lot more to offer than me. Well, why would you think she has more to offer than you? Of course, you know, she's pretty and she's nice, but that doesn't mean she has more to offer than you do. That tells me you are insecure and probably don't have a good self-esteem about yourself. But you can correct that, and you can change it. That doesn't mean this woman has more to offer than you. He's obviously with you for a reason, or was. I hated it. It made me crazy anytime she texted my boyfriend. I would sneak through his phone and see what they had to say to each other. It's ironic because the very thing you were afraid of happening, you're actually causing to happen. You're afraid of him leaving you, and so you're pushing him away so he will get sick of it and leave you. The next morning, he told me he needed a break. I lost it again. I blamed her. Said it was his friend's idea to dump me. Asked him if he had screwed her that night. He just left and said, "You need some effing help." I was taking out the naughty word. Just to be polite for you guys. By the way, I do curse in person. People ask me that at times. Yes, I do. But I just try and be a little bit more professional in the videos. When I'm talking in a Skype with you, I keep it real, okay? But when I try and put out videos for you guys, I do try and keep it a little bit more professional. And sometimes it's not easy to censor myself. For 3 days, I texted him, apologized, and asked for another chance. Let's see how that worked. That's when I came online looking for breakup advice. I started watching videos by some other coaches. There was this one who I thought seemed nice and was pretty. I did a call with her, and it was terrible. I honestly felt like she gives the same advice to everyone. She had no insight, and quite honestly, I wasn't even sure she was listening. That's bad. That's bad. I'm sorry that happened to you. She kept trying to talk about doing a handwritten letter. She swore it would help. Then I go to look at his Facebook, and it says he's in a relationship. Ouch. He's such a great guy. I really screwed up. Thanks to your videos, I realized that I have an anxious attachment style and had an attachment trauma. My parents split up when I was about a year old, and I think it put a lot of stress on my mom. Sure, that's very similar to what happened to me when I was little. My dad wound up cheating on my mom and leaving my mom when I was just under 2 years old. And so that caused my mom tremendous amounts of separation anxiety. And she, I'm sure, was very depressed and scared because he left her in debt. And so she had a real hard time even paying the bills, where she had to get some help from my grandmother to help pay the electric bill. And it's incredibly difficult. And so my mom would have tremendous amounts of anxiety. And as a baby, I mean, I was less than 2 years old, probably around a year and a half. That would cause my anxiety to rise. Same way with you guys out there. And you absorb your parents' anxiety. And, you know, I think it really affected my mom for many, many years. And of course, it had a massive impact on my life and my ability to attach to my dad. Which, fortunately, as an adult, because I spent so much time working on this stuff, I have a great relationship with him now. Do you think he's going to get serious with this new girl? By the way, it's not his friend. I'm really scared he will. I know she lives about 45 minutes away from him. Okay, so he's dating again, but not the girl you were jealous over, not the good friend that you were scared of. him leaving you for. So that's really interesting, because you were so terrified that he was going to leave you for her, and so you basically sabotaged your own relationship, and he wound up leaving you, period, and then he started dating another girl. Okay, well, let's see here. You dated this guy for 3 years. That's a long time, and you just broke up a couple of months ago. So I'm guessing it's been about a month or so maybe since he's been dating this girl. That's not very long. So do I think he's going to get serious with this girl? Probably not. I mean, you guys, 3 years. Why would he jump into another long-term relationship? Now, many people, it's possible that it lasts with this new girl, but I'm guessing he probably wouldn't rush into a relationship with her. He's probably been very turned off by your repeated destructive behavior, and probably doesn't think you're going to change. So you have really got to spend some time working on yourself, learning how to communicate, learning how to stay calm when you feel disconnected from somebody. And, you know, he may give you another opportunity, but if you haven't changed and you continue to go to those old patterns, he's going to get turned off real fast. So, is he going to move on? He's probably not really even thinking about it. Not in this situation. Maybe he kind of is like exploring the idea, but I don't think he's going to jump back into something serious, because it was really your behavior that turned him off. He didn't know this girl and leave you for her as you thought he was going to do. Okay, I got one more email to read to you guys today and go through, and I think you'll like this one too. He says, "Hello, Coach. Hope you have a happy lasagna day this weekend." Okay, I didn't know there was a lasagna day, and I should be embarrassed for myself because I am half Italian, but I will be sure to celebrate that. I want to just say thank you so much for teaching what you do. You are absolutely changing the world with this information that you share, and have completely destroyed all the other BS on breakups. You are seriously a hero, and I feel like you are a brother to me. Well, thank you so much for the kind words. I do hear that quite a bit, that you guys feel like I'm almost like family to you, and that's awesome. I mean, I can't tell you how great it feels to like be talking to you guys around the world every day, and I really do enjoy it. I feel like I could pretty much travel anywhere in the world and meet somebody and hang out with somebody in a different country everywhere. It's just awesome. So thank you so much for those kind words. I messed up really, really bad. I'm a 29-year-old guy. My ex-girlfriend is 27. We dated for 18 months. We met at a small festival and hit it off. About 2 months ago, I went out drinking with my ex, and I had quite a bit to drink. A girl started smiling at me. Next thing I know, we started dancing. Okay, this is not good. So you were out with your ex, and another girl smiled at you, so you started dancing with her? Alright, this isn't going to be good. We started making out. Ouch. With your girlfriend there? I honestly don't remember it, but my ex was furious. Can you... Oh, yeah, you think? There was a huge argument, and she left with her friends. She wouldn't talk with me the next day. She said, "I'm going to show you how it feels." Oh, she's going for blood. This isn't going to be good. So she went out with some of her girlfriends, and they sent me a video of her kissing a random guy. Oh, you have now paid the price for what you have done. Oh, that is brutal. So you made out with another girl while you were hanging out with her, and then she said, "Okay, I'm going to do this to you, and you could see how it feels." That is cold, but you brought it upon yourself, man. I felt like dying inside. Yeah, I can imagine. I am so lost. I'm angry at myself and her. Did I cause this for myself? Yeah, you did. You made out with another girl and danced with another girl while you were with this girl. I mean, you can't do stuff like this. Of course she's going to be pissed. If she had let you get away with this, you might have done it again, but she nipped this in the bud real quick. Let's see what happens here. Not that I'm saying she should have done what she's doing, but the fact that she's giving you a major consequence over this is hurting you really bad. I'm trying to take responsibility. You're trying to? Come on, man. If you're still wondering if you caused this for yourself, I don't think you've done a good job of taking responsibility for yourself. A week later, I called her and she picked up. She said she thought we were broken up and even had gone on a date with the guy she kissed. Oh, God, that hurts. Oh, man, that is ruthless. She said she doesn't know what she wants right now. That she has been seeing this new guy and is starting to like him. Wow, okay. So, you didn't see that one coming. That is rough. I'm terribly confused right now and scared. Yeah, I can imagine why. I'm really angry at myself for causing all this to happen. So you do realize you caused this to happen, or you're still confused? All I do is watch your videos all day long. It's the only thing that makes me feel any better. Well, you should sign up for a Skype, because a Skype with me is going to feel 1,000 times better than just watching the videos. I know the videos help, but believe me, when you talk to me in person over a Skype, you're going to feel so much better. Not only just talking about it, but hearing my insights as we go along. I mean, believe me, you're going to feel so much better. Sign up for a Skype if you want to feel a lot better than just the videos. He says, is she over me? Is there any turning back from this? Should I ask her out? Okay, is she over you? Probably not. I wouldn't think she's over you. Is there any turning back from this? Yeah, but your behavior is going to have a huge impact on that. Should I ask her out? No, I wouldn't ask her out. No. The reason is that she's feeling confused and is really probably going back and forth in her mind about the situation. Women are very attracted to secure behavior and masculine behavior, confidence, and I think that asking her out at this point is going to show insecure behavior, and she's going to probably gravitate towards the other guy if you do that. I would leave her alone. Based on what you've written here, she is going out with this other guy now, and it's probably new and exciting. Now, she's probably really angry at you too, and probably needs to process some of that anger. So we don't know anything about this new guy. That could fall apart after a week. I mean, he may be a total jerk. We don't know anything about him. And then she'll probably be gravitated towards wanting you back in that situation. But, you know, I think asking her out when she's telling you she's confused, she doesn't know what she wants, and she knows what she did was pretty harsh to you, I don't think that's going to be the best course of action right now. But this situation obviously is really complicated. There's a lot going on there. So I would see how this progresses just a little bit, and then, you know, when you get some more information, I would sign up for a Skype. I think you're going to feel a lot better talking about this, and we can explore what you know about the new situation and how to handle that. So, if you want to get my help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype coaching. And if you like the video, throw a like on there. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.